An overwhelming Monday afternoon in Sycamore as a community and law enforcement from every part of the state honor the life of DeKalb County Sheriff's Deputy Christina Musil, who was killed Thursday night in Waterman.
23 News reporter Anthony Ferretti talks with a firefighter who was at Monday's procession about how the community comes together to grieve the loss of a hometown deputy.
Dozens of residents line the streets in Sycamore as the hearse carrying Deputy Christina Musil is driven from the DeKalb County Coroner's Office to a local funeral home. The procession itself lasted about 15 minutes as law enforcement from the Rockford area and throughout the state drove down West State Street before making their way down DeKalb Avenue. One Kirkland, Illinois firefighter who attended the procession says Sycamore may be a small community, but the amount of support for Deputy Musil is overwhelming.
It's so much more than what you see in the procession. So there's other departments, other agencies, police, fire, public works, everything that come out to help cover a department's response area.
Here in Kirkland, we work very close with the Sheriff's Department, and we're side by side with them. It doesn't matter what the call is, whether it's a medical, fire, we're a close-knit group.
Funeral services are not finalized at this time, though a tentative memorial is planned for Thursday at Northern Illinois University.
Thank you, Anthony. And there is a GoFundMe to help Musil's 3 children, and it surpassed the $20,000 goal already by more than $5,000. Wow.